Good morning. Great news. We're back up early in the morning. It's right on 5 a.m. sitting in the kites. As you can see, it's pitch black outside. Sun's going to probably come up soon. I should be at the gym before 5:30, and we're back on routine. So after missing yesterday, I'm going to be able to get some more kilometers up in my runs this morning. I've got 7 out of 150 so far. Ideally, after today, I would have been at 15. So I could push for 8 kilometers. It'd be, oh gosh, I don't think I've gone 8 kilometers in years. So if I could do 8 kilometers, that would be good. Unfortunately, I'm probably still going to have to be using the elliptical. My right toe, the big toe, feels actually almost better. It's still a little bit ginger, but the second toe on my left is still giving me a bit more grief if I'm putting too much pressure on. So I still want to be a little bit cautious with that before I start trying to do any runs on the treadmill, or even outdoor runs too. It'd actually be great to do an outdoor run around here. I live 20 meters or 50 meters from the water, and there's actually a bit of a walking running trail nearby, which would be really nice. And if I'm up early enough, I'll be able to run while the sun's rising, which would be pretty special. I think I've only been up a couple of times to see the sun over the bay, but I do see it when I'm driving to the gym sometimes too, if I go a certain way. Yeah. Besides that, so I'm going to be looking to try and at least get to the 7 kilometer mark. If doing well, we'll get to 8 kilometers and I'll be back on track with the goal. And before that, we're going to do a bit of a chest workout, just basic couple of bench press movements, an incline deep dumbbell press, flat bench press, some supinated incline flies, probably a few pullovers, maybe 4 or 5 exercises. Again, maybe 1 to 2 sets warming up, 2 to 3 sets that are working sets, looking to get close to maxing out, or maxing out at least by the end anyway. So I know it's not ideal to be filming now because it's pitch black, but here we are, and I'm off to the gym before I waste too much time here. I'll check back in after to give you an update on how things track. Cheers. Hello again, everyone. We've just finished this morning's workout. It's right on 7 a.m, so I've got to keep this pretty brief and get home because I haven't woken up yet, but I'm pretty sure the little one's going to be getting up any minute now. Anyway, it was a reasonably good workout. I started out with a chest workout where it was I did some incline press movements with dumbbells, and then I did a flat bench press. Then I moved on to incline dumbbell flies with a supinated movement, a pec fly machine, and then I did some chest pullovers. In terms of like strength and how much I was lifting, same sort of protocol I was using the other day. I'm doing like 1 to 2 sets warming up, basically more so on the first exercises, which have a different sort of movement, so like the pressing movements and then the fly movements, just to gauge how heavy I want to go for a more fatiguing set. And then I'm doing 1 to 3 other sets of just trying to like push pretty much to failure to get like a real sort of workout there. So overall, I'm getting in about, maybe I did 5 exercises. I got about 14, 15 working sets in there, and there's about 4 or 5 sets warmed up there. So I'm doing about 20 sets all up. In terms of the run, I managed to get the 8 kilometers up. So it's the longest run I've done in like, I can't remember. Obviously, it's not a proper run. I'm on an elliptical because of my toes at the moment. But it was at a slightly faster pace than the other night, at 5.05 kilometers. I'll put the stats up on the screen. So that felt really good. I've got a bit of a, I guess you could say, a runner's high or a cross trainer's high at the moment. So I've got, that was pretty pleasing. I guess like that puts me back on track with the goal of now 15 kilometers over 3 days. It was nice having that little buffer to start with, and I think that's kind of got to be the strategy I've got to use going ahead, because there are going to be other days where I'm just not going to be able to get a run done. At the moment, my toes are still, particularly the left toe, is still not 100%. It's not as bad as it was 2 days ago when I first had the injury when I fell down the stairs, but it's still making me feel hesitant to actually try sort of more hard surface running, on the treadmill, or a running track. But anyway, it is what it is. And yeah, all right, I'll check back in later on. It's a good start today. Have the workout done before everyone else is awake at home. But you know, now the real work begins now with the kids. All right. Hi everyone. So just one final check-in before the end of the day. So yeah, it was a good morning in terms of the run this morning on the elliptical, I should say. So we've done 15 kilometers of 150, so that puts me at 10% through the distance that I need to travel. And this was day 3 of 30, so we're 10% through the day, so we're tracking perfectly at the moment. I guess there's a good sort of lesson to come from this, that like, if I'm going to try and achieve this 150 kilometers, I can't be relying on just running 5 kilometers per day. The fact that there's probably going to be some days where I either don't quite make the 5 kilometers or I'm unable to run at all, means I need to kind of compensate by pushing for slightly longer runs. So it'd be nice to like average around 7.5 Ks for every run, because then, if that gives me every 2 days of accrued a day where I don't necessarily have to run. So if I need a day for recovery or just for whatever reason I'm unable to get a run in, at least gives me some leeway and puts me right on track with the goal. So I think tomorrow I should be good to go again, early first thing in the morning. So I will look to try and add a 7.5 kilometer run on to the session. Should be, we'll start again with a resistance training, doing a sort of a shoulder focused workout, and then jumping on for the run. So shoulders isn't a big muscle group, probably about 4 or 5 exercises, 2 to 3 working sets, and plus some warm-ups for each exercise. In terms of the running, probably going to have to still stick with the elliptical. My right toe feels almost 100%, but I reckon by tomorrow I shouldn't have any problems with the right big toe, but still the left second toe is not 100%. It's definitely better than it was, but it was a bit sore after the run today, and I don't want to start smashing it on a hard surface run just yet, especially since I haven't done much hard surface running in quite some time. So I think when I finally do get to running, which I'm hoping is going to be, if not the end of this week, by early next week, I'll probably have to ease into it. So maybe just start with doing a couple of kilometers here and there, maybe 2 kilometers of running on either a treadmill or outdoors, and then top it up with like workouts on the elliptical or something like that. I don't know, I'll work it out. I'll have to ease myself into it. Yeah, but this is a running goal, and I haven't really done any proper running yet, just been doing the elliptical. And I've used a cross trainer for years, and I don't actually find it particularly challenging. Not that like the running itself should be challenging, it's more so just having the mental capacity to be able to tolerate running for a long period of time. Like this morning, like I find that you run about the same pace on an elliptical as you would on a treadmill for a long distance run. So like I spent almost 45 minutes on the elliptical this morning, and it was kind of, it's kind of exciting. So I've got this goal that I'm working towards, but at the same time, it's 45 minutes you're sitting there, you got to keep your mind occupied. Like I start off listening to some podcasts, and for the last 20 minutes, I've just put on a Dojo for Strings, the Tiesto song, and then it's for Spotify just put me on this sort of trancey rabbit hole, and that kind of like lifted my pace. So I kind of had a real high finish for the second half of the run. So yeah, anyway, I'll have to try to keep myself mentally occupied while I'm doing the run, because I know it can be a bit laborious, but I suppose at the same time, maybe not focusing on music or other people's content, I might get something more out of the run. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you go running, are you listening to something? Are you listening to music? Are you listening to podcasts? Or are you someone who just likes to run? No sort of hearing distractions. You just take it all in, your surroundings, and focus on the actual run. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm trying to learn about this as I go here. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with day 4, hopefully, keeping up the challenge. We're 10% of the way through the journey, guys, and I'm probably averaging about 10 views per video at the moment. So let's see how we go. Anyway, take care, guys. All the best. Cheers.